Cardi B just walked out of court in one of the wildest celebrity trials of the year. What went down inside the courtroom is crazier than anything you've seen online. She even posted a viral celebration dance after this win. Behind the headlines of Cardi B's assault trial, there are inside rumors no one on the internet is daring to talk about. These hidden twists never made it to the mainstream feeds, but they flip the entire story upside down. Skip this, and you'll miss the part of the drama everyone else is blind to. It started in a place no one expected, the quiet streets of Beverly Hills, outside a doctor's office. Not a flashy nightclub, not an awards after party, but a clinic where Cardi B thought she could slip in unnoticed. What most people didn't know at the time was that she was 4 months pregnant, desperate to keep her visit private, away from cameras, away from strangers, away from the noise. But privacy is a luxury when your name is Cardi B, and that day in 2018, it all exploded. According to the lawsuit, a former security guard named Imani Ellis claimed Cardi unleashed a storm, scratching her with a fingernail, spitting on her, and even hurling slurs during a heated confrontation. Ellis said it wasn't just a scuffle, it was an assault that left her with emotional scars and millions in damages. And she didn't just ask for pocket change, she wanted $24 million. That number alone was enough to turn the courtroom into a circus. But here's where the story twists. Cardi's team fired back, saying Ellis wasn't the victim. She was the aggressor, shoving a camera in Cardi's face, trying to film her without permission. Imagine being pregnant, trying to sneak into a doctor's office, and suddenly someone's documenting every move. Cardi admitted she snapped back with words, but flatly denied ever laying a hand on Ellis. And in her words, this wasn't an attack. It was a debate only Cardi B could describe a screaming match in front of an OBGYN as a debate, and the timing couldn't be worse. Behind the scenes, Cardi's first child was on the way. Her career was skyrocketing, and every headline mattered. For Ellis, this wasn't just a lawsuit, it was a shot at payday. And for Cardi, it was a fight for her reputation. But here's the kicker. What the lawsuit claimed and what actually happened that day didn't exactly line up. Witnesses would later paint a very different picture, one that made Ellis's accusations look shaky at best. And that's where things get interesting, because the truth of what happened outside that doctor's office is way wilder than anyone expected. Here's the part most people missed. Cardi wasn't storming the streets like some out-of-control celebrity. She was secretly 4 months pregnant. Think about that. At the height of her fame, when every paparazzi lens wanted a piece of her, she was quietly carrying her first child, trying to keep it under wraps. That doctor's visit in Beverly Hills wasn't some random stop. It was her chance to get medical care without turning her personal life into a headline. Now, imagine the pressure. A global rap superstar, chart-topping hits, cameras flashing everywhere. And at the same time, the fear that one wrong picture could expose her pregnancy before she was ready. Cardi wasn't reckless that day. She was cornered. And when Ellis pulled out her phone, aiming it like a weapon, that line between fan and stalker blurred in an instant. Cardi didn't see curiosity. She saw a threat to her unborn child's safety, to her privacy, to her sanity. In court, her lawyers hammered this point home. She had every reason to protect herself, every reason to shut down anyone trying to exploit that moment. And Cardi herself was blunt about it. She told the jury,
and this girl's about to beat my hello.
That single outburst, half frustration, half defense, went viral for a reason. It wasn't polished, it wasn't scripted, it was raw fur coming from someone with everything to lose. And that flips the narrative. Ellis painted her as violent, as unhinged, but behind the drama was a woman who had just stepped out of a doctor's office, exhausted, hormonal, and protective of her unborn baby. Suddenly, the case didn't look like an assault trial. It looked like a clash between privacy and profit. Before we move ahead, a quick request. If you're liking the video so far, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. But here's where it gets wild, because once Cardi stepped into that courtroom, her pregnancy wasn't the headline anymore. It was her performance, the viral moments, the jaw-dropping lines that turned the trial into a global spectacle. The courtroom wasn't just a place for testimony, it became a stage, and Cardi B stole the show. Every shrug, every eye roll, every quick clap back turned into meme material within hours. Reporters couldn't type fast enough, and fans online dissected her body language like it was the Grammys. At one point, when Ellis's lawyer pressed her about the so-called attack, Cardi didn't hold back. She leaned in and snapped,
When you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you the things I can't do?
Fine. What was your...
Just like that, she downgraded what was painted as a violent confrontation into something that sounded like a heated argument at a family dinner table. The internet loved it. But then came the line that blew up everywhere. When asked why she reacted so strongly, Cardi shot back,
And this girl's about to beat my hello.
The raw honesty, the unfiltered delivery, it was peak Cardi. Some called it hilarious. Others called it unprofessional. But either way, it made the trial impossible to ignore. And here's where I want your take. Was this Cardi being authentic and real? Or was it reckless to let loose like that in front of a jury? Drop your opinion in the comments, because this is one of those moments where people are split right down the middle. Still, those reactions weren't random. They were strategy. Cardi knew every gesture, every word was being broadcast. She turned cross-examination into entertainment, and in doing so, she controlled the narrative. The jury wasn't just hearing a case. They were watching Cardi B in her element. Fiery, unfiltered, unforgettable. But that wasn't all, because behind the memes and the laughter, the jury was listening carefully, and what came next would cut straight through the noise. When the staff from that Beverly Hills OBGYN office took the stand, the entire mood in the courtroom shifted. These weren't fans, they weren't enemies, they weren't chasing clout, they were doctors, receptionists, and nurses who happened to be standing a few feet away when everything went down. And their testimony, it ripped holes straight through Ellis's story. The receptionist told the jury what she saw.
A lot of arguing and
She never saw Cardi lay a hand on anyone. No scratching, no spitting, no physical attack at all. Just a loud, chaotic exchange that lasted only a few moments before it fizzled out. Then came the doctor, the one Cardi was there to see. Same account. He remembered the voices raised, the tension in the air, but nothing that matched Ellis's claims of a violent outburst. That was critical, because Ellis's lawsuit painted Cardi as this raging superstar, spiraling out of control, physically attacking her without mercy. But when neutral witnesses backed Cardi's version, the cracks in the $24 million accusation started to show. The jury wasn't just hearing a she said, they were hearing professionals with no reason to lie, saying the assault never happened. And that's when Ellis's narrative began to unravel. The image of Cardi B as a violent aggressor didn't match the reality described by the people who had no stake in the fight. It wasn't a beatdown, it wasn't an attack. It was a confrontation that got loud and messy, but not physical. And the jury noticed, because what happened next proved just how flimsy Ellis's case really was. When the verdict came down, it wasn't dragged out, it wasn't debated for days. It was decided in less than an hour. When the closing arguments wrapped, the tension in that courtroom was heavy. Millions of dollars hung in the balance. Cardi's reputation, her credibility, and Ellis's entire case, all riding on the decision of 12 strangers. You'd expect hours of careful back and forth, maybe even days of heated deliberation, but that's not what happened. The jury stepped out, the doors closed, and less than an hour later, they were back. That speed said everything. This wasn't a confusing puzzle with missing pieces. To the jury, the picture was clear. Cardi wasn't liable. The allegations of scratching, spitting, and verbal assault didn't hold up once eyewitness testimony and evidence was stacked side by side. In fact, the swiftness of the decision almost felt like a statement. Ellis's $24 million demand wasn't just excessive, it was flimsy. And the moment the verdict was read, Cardi's reaction wasn't quiet relief, it was fire. She stood tall, defiant, and ready to talk. The message was unmistakable. She hadn't just defended herself, she'd exposed the weakness of a lawsuit that could have drained her fortune and dragged her name through the mud. The jury's lightning-fast decision wasn't just a win, it was a wipeout. Ellis had spent years building this case, only for it to collapse in under 60 minutes. For Cardi, it was validation. For Ellis, humiliation. And for everyone watching, it was proof that this trial was never going to end the way Ellis imagined. But Cardi wasn't finished, not even close. Because as soon as she left that courtroom, she made headlines again. This time for throwing something that wasn't just words. The verdict was in, but if you thought Cardi B was going to quietly walk away, you don't know Cardi. Outside the courthouse, as cameras flashed and reporters crowded in, the questions got personal. Too personal. One man shouted something she felt crossed the line. A question that wasn't about the trial, but about her private life. And in a split second, Cardi reacted the only way Cardi knows how. She hurled her pen straight at him. It wasn't violent, it wasn't dangerous, it was symbolic. That pen wasn't just plastic, it was a warning shot. A statement that she wasn't going to let disrespect slide, no matter where she was standing. The clip went viral instantly. Headlines called it the courthouse pen toss, and social media couldn't stop replaying the moment. Some fans laughed, saying, that's just Cardi being Cardi. Others debated if it crossed the line, but one thing was certain. It showed the world that the fight didn't end with the verdict. And then came her words, just as sharp as her throat. She called the man out for disrespect, demanding that women, especially women in the spotlight, be treated with basic dignity. It was raw, it was unfiltered, and it proved that even outside the courtroom, Cardi wasn't about to play the polished corporate version of herself. She was going to speak her truth, however messy or dramatic it looked. In the end, that tossed pen carried more weight than a closing argument. It reminded everyone that Cardi wasn't just defending her name in court. She was defending it on the streets, in front of cameras, against anyone who thought they could drag her down. But the real mic drop moment came not outside the courthouse, but after, when Cardi spoke directly to the world, making a promise that shook her critics and sent a warning to anyone thinking of coming for her again. When the dust settled, Cardi didn't just celebrate, she declared war on anyone who thought they could play games with her name. Standing tall after the verdict, she looked straight into the cameras and dropped a promise that turned every headline into fire.
The next person to try to do a frivolous lawsuit against me, I'm going to countersue, and I'm gonna make you pay.
That wasn't a warning, it was a battle cry. After years of dragging this case through the system, she wanted everyone to know she wasn't about to let another Ellis-style situation slide. She wasn't playing defense anymore, she was on offense. And that changed the story completely. Cardi wasn't just the rap queen who survived a $24 million lawsuit. She was now the woman daring others to try her again. But here's the twist. She also told her fans not to attack Ellis. She said she didn't want the internet piling on, didn't want harassment, didn't want hate campaigns. That's the contradiction that made the world stop and think. On one hand, she's swinging hard with threats of countersuits. On the other, she's telling her army of fans to stand down. And here's where I want your take. Was Cardi being smart by showing compassion while still flexing her power? Or was it a contradiction, acting like the bigger person while still throwing legal punches? Drop your opinion in the comments, because this part of the story is dividing fans everywhere. And while her words alone had everyone buzzing, it was her next move that left the world stunned. Because Cardi didn't just walk away from the courtroom, she turned the entire trial into a marketing goldmine. Most celebrities would have left the courthouse and gone into hiding. Not Cardi B. Instead, she did did what only Cardi could do. She flipped the entire experience into a business move. Within days, her team announced special courtroom edition covers for her upcoming album, Am I the Drama? And the images? Not polished glam shots, not staged studio portraits, but raw, unfiltered memes straight from her viral courtroom reactions. Those eye rolls, those smirks, those moments the internet replayed a million times. She turned them into collector's items. Fans could literally buy the memes as official Cardi B merchandise. It was genius, it was petty, and it was proof that she knows exactly how to turn scandal into strategy. What started as a $24 million attack on her reputation became the perfect promo campaign for her music. Instead of embarrassment, she walked away with free publicity and a new revenue stream. And this is why Cardi B keeps winning. Every attempt to tear her down, she recycles into fuel. A trial that could have wrecked her career is now part of her brand, immortalized on album covers and blasted across social media. She didn't just survive it, she profited from it. But here's the real kicker. If Cardi can spin a courtroom battle into a marketing goldmine, what's she going to do when the next controversy hits? Another lawsuit? A new feud? Or maybe an even bigger album rollout that no one sees coming? One thing's for sure. With Cardi B, the drama never ends. It only reinvents itself. And that's just scratching the surface. Because if you think Taylor and Travis's engagement is wild now, wait till the wedding planning leaks start dropping. Check this video to find out. From who's on the guest list to which ex-friend might get shaded in a diss track. This is the kind of tea you don't want to miss. Trust me, skip this. And you'll be the last one in the group chat wondering what the heck just went down. And if you're loving the content, subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next one. Trust me, what's coming is even wilder.